Hello again, my loves. Time for another reading. If anything in this message doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Leave it for those who it does resonate for. Not everything in every one of these messages is meant for everyone all the time. These are general messages, not me reading just for you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We're going to start tonight with the Citadel deck, as always. What message do you have for us today, Spirit? The Tailor. This is someone who knows exactly how to make things that work well for the person that they're making them for. This is somebody who, very mathematically minded, but applying that mathematical mind to the human body, to knowing how geometry works. This is somebody who can see the world in a very sort of like unique way. The unique way of shapes in this instance with a tailor. But perhaps you might see the world in a unique way depending on what sort of art or craft that you do. What else about this Tailor, Spirit? Puppeteer, and look, we have the string flowing through both of these. We're seeing the eye here, and this eye is red. The string is flowing through people's heart chakras. Ooh, okay. You know what? This is somebody who perhaps they see the world in a unique way. They don't see people as sovereign unto themselves. They see them as things that they can shape. Okay, let's pull another card here. What about this person, Spirit? Woo! Cards just want to fall out of my hand. So we have this person over here, and then I'm seeing maybe not quite an opposition, but this is, the acolyte is somebody who is going to learn things. See how this eye is open here, but here it is shut. To me, I am seeing that it is looking within, and the light that is within itself. And the diviner here, we see all this incense smoke to help us. We're understanding the seeds from within us that we should be planting at what time in order to have this blooming. So we're using this knowledge that we're learning here in order, honestly, to make our own futures as abundant, or make the plans that we have as fruitful as possible. And perhaps well, I won't say anything yet. Let's get some more cards here. Any more from this deck, Spirit? No. Okay. Where are we going next? Alright, we're going with the When Women Had Wings tarot. What about these two figures here, Spirit? What about them? What's funny is that I saw this card at the bottom of the deck, or no, not at the bottom of the deck, somewhere. I saw this card right before it got pulled. Okay. I'm getting an imbalance here. This is, I don't read reversed, but what I read vibes. What I'm getting from this and what's going on up here, but more what's going on here, is somebody who feels imperious. Like they have the right to dole out a little change here and there to whoever they please. And it's not in any sort of sense of generosity. It is control. And we're not giving out that many pentacles, but we're giving out just enough that this seems like a kindness, you know, as if the world should require charity. Charity should not be a thing. Everybody should just be taken care of. But this person, or these people are making it seem like they are kind by doing this, but they're not. They are not. They're controlling. They don't see people as people. They see them as the tools that they need to use, the shapes that they need to use in order to fit it into the puzzle, fit it into, well, we're doing the puppeteer here, fitting it into the little stage in the proper way to tell the story that they want to tell. What else about this situation here? What about the diviner acolyte? What about them, Spirit? Strength. Okay, there's definitely an opposition between these two sides here. And you know what? Honestly, like all of the messages that have come through me since I started putting messages up, I am seeing this as our colonialist, capitalist, you know, fascist overlords. And this is us. This is us right here. The strength to know that gentleness is also needed in the world. Not just this fake kindness. Gentleness, understanding of each other. And the reciprocity that comes in that. That's what I'm seeing with that infinity sign. The reciprocity that goes back and forth between the loops when we work with one another in a balanced way. Where here, this is not balanced to me. This is, I mean, you look at this as well, and this is made out of gold, you know. The headdress is made out of gold. In past times, having so much fabric that you're able to just drape stuff around you. Like she's wearing a robe underneath this as well as this as well. This is just displays of wealth. And here we're simplistic. I'm not getting that this is the wing of this person here. This is the wing of the lion. And we have natural elements in our hair. We're not gilded in a way to make us shine in a way that is false. It's fool's gold. We're not, the glow here is not real. The glow is manufactured. Here, the glow, to me, I'm seeing just the connection between the glow in the images here of two spirits understanding each other. All right. What else should we know about this spirit? Ooh, hello, hello, hello. Okay, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. We've got the 8 of Swords here. It's interesting because she looks like her. And we even have wings here. And we have the natural element of whatever this is. It almost looks like cedar, but it might be some other sort of plant. This feels like the strength that we need. The strength that we need to understand that we have within ourselves to not keep us in this place where we feel like we are trapped. To not keep us in this place that this entity here would like to keep us, because it's easier to control us if we can't see the rest of the world. If we can't see, oh, I'm getting this eye right here. Right here. There's an eye right here. This red eye. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Trying to puppet us. Look at these strings as well, with the threads here. Trying to puppet us. But we are stronger than that. We have the strength to get out of that. When there is reciprocity in our world, when we are in right relationship with the people around us and the environments around us, you know, natural, social, everything. When we are with that, we can understand. I mean, she's in this cold area as well. We can understand what we need in order to survive in this. And it's not going to be naked and hanging around in the cold. You know, we must clothe ourselves, and in most cases, it's going to be somebody else who's clothing us. I'm seeing the swords here are giving me community. These swords here are meant to fight for us. They're not meant to hold us back. I think this is giving me the vibe of, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fight this. And so I'm just going to stay here in this self-inflicted, in a way, but honestly, it is also very encouraged by whoever this is. But self-inflicted sort of containment, self-inflicted immobility. We have the ability to do what we need to do. We learn what it is that our role could be. We learn what it is that we are holding within ourselves, the light that we are holding within ourselves, in order to make the right actions at the right time, so that whatever we do flourishes and we can fight against this. All right. Anything else about this entity, Spirit? Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this doesn't belong here. This belongs here. Once we know how to get out of this, how to use our abilities properly in order to, well, let's face it, we're coming up against this entity here. Once we are able to use our knowledge, to use the light that we have in ourselves. So this basically means that, you know, I'm not going to pussyfoot around this. This message is very clearly a call to understanding your role in the resistance of everything that is going on in the world right now. Things are not great. You know, I've said it before. I will say it again. I think about it every day. Things are not great. But when we understand what it is that we can contribute to a resistance, not everybody is going to be on the front lines in protests, for example. We need artists. We need musicians. We need people who are very good at giving speeches. We need people comedians who are going to go out there and lighten the mood for everybody, because this is hard work trying to overcome this. This is such hard work. And I'm also getting the message right now that we have more cards going on over here because we are more together. And we are more together that we can take all these cards, these individual people, we can take them and cover this and take this out, get this out of here. We shouldn't forget what this is and what happened, but we can together come together to cover this, to tear it down, and to rebuild in a way that allows for us to understand ourselves individually, not be told what kind of boxes we're supposed to be in. And so here with this card that just came out, this is the work that we do when we get our, confirmation burp. When we get ourselves out of this space, understand the strength that we have within ourselves, but in community with others, the light that has been given to us in order to do the things that we need to do, in order to know when to, I'm getting the word deploy the things that it is that we individually do to have the greatest effect on taking this down. Okay. Let's, I'm going with my Mucha deck now. My throat has gotten very dry, even though I have drank recently. I'm getting the sense that that is the deprivation of the things that we need. The deprivation, you know, with one hand, I hand out this lovely little prize for people so that they can maybe get along for a month or two, but with the other, I'm taking away. And I'm taking away your ability to speak, to express yourself, and to try to make a world that utilizes many people's different things instead of people, a very small group of people, ruling over, wanting to have a little puppet show with the rest of us. Well, we're too many. We're too many, and we can overtake this. So no longer are our voices going to be parched and unable to cry out. What else for this? Well, hello. This is giving me immediately what came to mind is the death throes of what is happening. The death throes of capitalism, you know, the death throes of patriarchy, the death throes of fascism, colonialism. It's interesting here too that we have, you know, money represented here, but this to me, I mean, this person, does she look like somebody who's doing what she's doing because she wants to make a whole whack of money. You know, she's well dressed. Her clothing is clean and well taken care of. And she's even got, you know, fancy dyed colors in her dress, which would cost more money in the past. But no, here she is taking, and I'm seeing this as being our third eye understanding of things. Our ability to understand. This is the filtering of spirit into her human self in order to make the thing that she is supposed to be making. And here, this person looks like they're praying to money. They're praying to money. They're praying to... Oh, and here's the other thing that's coming really strong in my mind now that I look at this even more. Churches are built from so much money, so much wealth. You know, they're absolutely gorgeous, of course, those old Catholic Gothic churches, but they required so much money. These churches would be built, you know, and the people who were building it would not likely see the ending if they had started building it. It's such a long, laborious process. And gathering spaces are good, but this is the house of money. This is the house of money here. And they're in their death cries. They're in their death throes. And it's about bloody time. What else about this message, Spirit? Oh, I thought I flipped a card there. I did not. I actually think... Yeah, okay. We need to go to the B deck. And this is the B Tarot. Okay. What do we need to know, Spirit, to gather ourselves together and topple this? What do we need to know to continue moving forward in defeating this? Ugh. My hands don't want to work with the decks tonight, I tell you. This card? Here's the Pentacles again, but this is not hoarding wealth. This is not hoarding wealth. Yes, the sort of story of the Ten of Pentacles is to create a legacy for your family. But what I'm getting with this, because this old man is giving me, I mean, very clearly, he's got holly in his hair. He's giving me the Holly King. Sorry, I got a bit lost in the sauce for a second. The Holly King, if you're a pagan, you know that the Holly King is the king who... Well, okay, see, here's where... I'm going to go on a little tangent. Here's where I always kind of... You know what? Never mind. I'm getting a lot of tongue-tying. Stop that. No more. The point of this card in this reading, though, is we have the Holly King here. That is a deity created or venerated by a community. Okay? This is not about just one family getting all the things that they want, everything that they... you know, that has been worked very hard for. This is community. the community in the beehive, in this skep here, you know. The community gets the rewards, gets all of the wealth, and not in the way that has always been hoarded and used as a weapon to puppet people, to use people as puppets. There is only poverty in the world because it is a tool to puppet people into obeying these people. I read something today about how there were teenagers back in the days, the initial days when people started with Napster downloading music and stuff like that. And these teenagers were getting sued out the wazoo, like just insane amounts of money that is life ruining. However, we're in a time where the billionaires and the billionaire corporations are stealing all of our work, all of our art, all of our writing. They are stealing everything with AI to make money in the house of money. And are they getting charged and sued about this? No. And are the courts and the governments taking their sweet time to do anything about it? Yeah, because they're buddies with, you know, they are part of the house of money. So here, the abundance is not necessarily monetary. It's not a thing that can be held over people to control people. The money here is light. The money here is the light that we have within us, the light that we have between each other, the light that filters through her. The money here is not money. It's not even in the house. We are not in the house of money. I think the money here, the real valuable thing, is love and dedication to the things that we love and to the people in our communities who also love things, who also love each other. We plant this seed and we become so abundant that all of us are taken care of. Okay. Any last... Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh, another one on the floor. Okay, I got it. Justice. Justice. Oh, this is a good reading for me. I love to see it. I mean, here we go. Here's a bee. Stinging somebody who has... I mean, look at their nails. Their nails look like they're growing them into claws, even though, like, the ends are pretty good, but this person has tried to reach their hand into the hive, and trying to steal the honey without being in proper relationship with each other, without being in proper relationship with the hive. You can't just go up to a hive and take what you want from it. That's just not how it's done. Not how it's done in a way that is safe for the bees and safe for you. This is not safe. Being in this paradigm of thinking is not safe. I mean, you can certainly do a lot of freaking damage to a hive. You, one person who's trying to have power over, you can do a ton of damage to a hive. But walking around with no protection and thinking you are able to do whatever you want, I wouldn't want to be the person who is calling in the entire hive after you pull what you pull. Is there any more that you would like us to know tonight, Spirit? New. Okay. Good reading. Intense. I did not expect at all for the messages to come through me to be so community focused. I didn't even, well, I didn't really have any sort of idea of what my spirit guides and my ancestors and my higher self, I didn't know what we all wanted to come through. But it seems like, for right now at least, we are getting a lot of encouragement. Spirit wants us to see this through, and it is a very difficult time. This is, I mean, they've been able to exert so much power in different ways over a very long period of time, you know, all throughout humanity, all throughout our history. But we are so much stronger together. We are so much stronger together than they can ever be. And it is kind of terrifying right now. I won't lie about it, but I'm glad that Spirit is speaking through me and letting us all know that there is hope. There is light to be had here. And it's going to take hard work, for freaking sure. Not just the physical work that we do, you know, the physical work that we do in order to create legacy, but the mental work that's going to have to go into this. Because this is hard to get ourselves into a place where we feel like we're good enough, where we feel like we have something to contribute that is going to make a difference. It's a lot of hard work, but thank you, Spirit, for letting us know that it is hopeful. And I think we really, really, really need to remember that too. There is always hope because we are more than them. And they can't have this house of wealth, this house of money. They can't have this without us. Because they only have this because they exploit us. So we need to take it back. Just a last sort of message that's coming in with that as well. I am, and this is something I think about fairly often just because I'm me, I'm the way I am. But we need to take back our industries. We need to take back our skills. Not be so reliant on like fast fashion, the garbage that comes out of that, and so much of it gets thrown out. All of the things that we buy now last for no amount of time, so that we're constantly having to rebuy. We need to take back our skills. You know, we need cobblers, we need blacksmiths, we need real people doing the work that's actually serving the community that's around them, not in order to make all of the money by making so much crap and shipping it to everywhere in the world and having it sell all the time and constantly sell just because it's always breaking. We honestly need the Taylor energy here in the way of, well, the pride in the attention to detail, and in making things that last a long time. Making things that truly serve us and not capital. And I didn't even see this before, but she's also got an infinity sign on her third eye. The reciprocation, we need to create an actual ecosystem again for our communities, each community should be supporting itself, so that we all have our roles to play in the community, which allows us all to survive, but not just survive, to bloody thrive, to just be so well taken care of, without needing to be chained down to money, to constantly having to keep up with the Joneses, and constantly buying new things all the time. We need to take our who we are, because we are all crafters. We are all artists. We are all builders. That's what we do. That's what we do. And these people over here, they're exploiters. That's it. So we need to take it back, my loves. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next one.